Hello, everyone. I coming to you this evening. We're doing a special broadcast. We're doing a special broadcast this evening, and phone lines are open. And I encourage each and every one of you, if you don't mind doing so, give us a call and let us know what you think about this. This topic that came to me, something that happened earlier today, and it was the overturning of the Roe versus Wade. The overturning of the Roe versus Wade today. Um, they did it, man. They took away. I think they took away a woman's right. They took away a woman's right to have an abortion if she so chooses to do so. If she so chooses to do so, they took away her right to have that abortion. Now, I'm not on here. This broadcast is not for how you feel about abortions, or rather they're right or rather they're wrong, or rather you agree or disagree um, with the whole abortion situation. That's not what this broadcast is about. I'm actually doing a broadcast solo right now. I do encourage people to call in. Let's talk about it. But I don't think that it's anyone's right. I don't, and this is just me. I don't think it's anyone's right to tell any young lady what they can do with their bodies. I mean, it's a lady's body. If she so chooses to have an abortion, I think that she should have the right to do so if she chooses to do so. If she chooses to have an abortion, that's her choice for her body, her life. Um, a lot of times, what it is, these guys get out here, and I'm not trying to be rough on the bros. Um, Give us a call. Anybody that's listening, give us a call. 508-924-3521. But a lot of times, 508-924-3521. But a lot of times what happened is the young ladies, they have the babies. And truth of the matter, a lot of times guys are nowhere to be found. And so it's her responsibility, and she know who she's dealing with. Um, she know whether this guy's going to be there, whether he's going to be the stand-up kind of guy and be there with her, and she have to make the determination on what is best for her at this time in her life. And to have anybody to come along and say, well, you're pregnant, you cannot have an abortion. I know there's been times, and we're going to show some clips. There's been times where women used to do inhumane things as forms of abortion. They've done some terrible things, man. It's been said, and I've never seen this personally myself, but it's been said that you could walk into a woman's bathroom and a lady will be laying on the floor because she's done some inhumane things to have an abortion. At least with this way, with them having abortion clinics and stuff like that. Um, Wow, I'm at a loss. I'm really at a loss right now. I'm trying to come up with the right verbiage, but my thing is, man, you're taking away her rights, her human rights, to make a choice for herself. What give any man, what give any man the right to tell a young lady what she can and cannot do with her body? I got a couple of clips. I'm going to play a few clips with you. And again, I'm not gonna be before you long. I just had to come on here and talk about this, man. I don't agree with them taking now. There's certain situations that happen. What if she's molested? What if she's assaulted in some kind of way, and you tell her that she cannot have an abortion? I got some clips. I got one from CNN and another one from. So I want to let you all know that some of these clips that I play are not my property, and I appreciate the fact that I'm able to use these, and I want to make sure that it is known that it is not my property. I do not own the property. But at the end of the day, I want this word to get out there. I'm going to start off, and again, the phone lines are open. You can see it. This is the Raheen Ashimi show. You can see it on 508-924-3521. Give us a call. Let us know what you think, man. Is it right? Is it wrong? Have the government overstepped? What separate? If the government's going to tell you what you can and cannot do, what makes this different from a communist country? What makes this any different? If the government have full control over everything that we do, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you will not do that. This is supposed to be the land of the free, where you can make your own decision as to what you do. What makes this different from a communist country? Somebody please help me. What makes this different from a communist country? I don't understand where the difference lie. I'm going to play this clip from CNN, and they're going to break this thing down just a little bit as to what's going on, what's happening, and they're gonna talk about a few states, this state and that. He's gonna talk about this state, that state, what you can do, what you can't do, and I'm gonna play this clip for y'all. So if y'all don't mind, please watch this clip, and we're gonna keep it going from this point. So let me take myself off here.
This is how it will actually affect you, no matter how or where you are watching right now. 13 states have these so-called trigger laws in place for this very circumstance of Roe being overturned, meaning laws that go into effect very quickly now to ban abortion, according to the abortion rights group, the Guttmacher Institute. For example, in Kentucky, Louisiana, and South Dakota, it happens immediately, meaning if you had an appointment this morning at 8 for this procedure, you could go through with it. From here on out, no, you cannot, according to what their law has planned there. Then we move to a second group, the next level, abortion bans to be enforced 30 days after Roe is overturned. That includes Idaho, Texas, and Tennessee. And then come a half dozen states where officials would need to certify their legislation is legally valid before their bans will kick in. That includes North Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Now, this could be incredibly quick, or it could take maybe a few days, according to Guttmacher, so they could in effect be immediate or a couple of days. And finally, we add in the states that have old unenforced abortion bans, which could now be enforced, and those that passed bans under Roe, which were blocked by courts. Altogether, you get a whopping 26 states certain or likely to ban abortion, and that's compared to just 16 states and D.C. with laws to protect abortion rights, states which even now are preparing for an influx of patients crossing state lines seeking care. And you can imagine what it will be like in Illinois, where it's surrounded on all sides with states that that either have already or very quickly will ban abortion. So what is the severity of these bans? What are we looking at here? Missouri has eyes on targeting even non-residents. If you were to pass through and conceive a child, they would continue on that with if you got an abortion elsewhere. So the laws are very severe, big steps out here that affect every community.
Okay, there we go. We had some issues with the sound there, y'all. Bear with me for a second. I apologize to you for that. Did y'all hear that? Missouri. He spoke about Missouri, and he said that Missouri was one of the states that even if you're passing through, the state and you become impregnated, maybe you're on vacation, whatever the case, you can't even have an abortion there or anywhere else that you go. Think about that for a second. Ladies, I would love for some of my ladies to call in 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Some of the bros, y'all call in as well, man. But I definitely want to hear from the ladies. How do you feel about what they're trying to do? Are they taking advantage of you, or are they taking away your rights? How do you feel about this? Ladies, how do you feel about the fact that they're telling you that you cannot have an abortion, and they say and it's by state. Each state is the Congress has passed it, so each state will regulate it, but each state is actually jumping on board with this thing where you can't have an abortion here, blah 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 blah. Now I'm in the state of Georgia, I'm in the state of Georgia. So basically, I know they're going to accept it here as well. It's going to be, if not already, it's going to happen here in the state of Georgia. Now, so if somebody's pregnant in the state of Georgia, are you saying that if North Carolina or Florida or whatever the case, Tennessee or whatever the case, Alabama, say that they're not going to uphold this thing and they're going to allow women to have an abortion? Are you saying to me that if a woman in here in Atlanta, Georgia, were to get pregnant, that she would have to go travel to another state to have an abortion? And what's gonna happen when she come back here? You know, you leave here pregnant and you come back and you're no longer pregnant. Something happened. Something happened. So is she going to be liable for that? I mean, it's so much tied into this thing, man. This whole Roe versus Wade thing is heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking to think that, you know, the government, our government would tell a young lady that she cannot have an abortion. She can't have an abortion. That's heartbreaking, man. It really is. And to think, I'm never, yeah. People that watch me all the time, you know that I'm never at a loss for words. I'm never at a loss. I'm never am I at a loss for words. But right now, I'm truly at a loss for words. I am truly at a loss for words because I don't understand how you can tell how our government could tell a young lady that she cannot have an abortion, that she can't have an abortion. I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to set something else up for y'all. Bear with me for a second. I'm trying to get it ready. But I got some celebrities that's weighing in on this whole situation as well, and they're telling you how they feel about it. And so I want you to hear and listen to each one of these celebrities. Again, I don't own the rights to these videos. I'm getting them courtesy of the internet. So Facebook and all y'all places like that, man, you know, stop tripping. We just trying to get the word out. All right. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. This is a couple of other people that's actually talking about this. This is on Whoopi Goldberg. I want y'all to listen to this right here, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Once this thing gets started, let me play it.
Getting an abortion is not easy. Making that decision is not easy. It's not something people do lightly. It's not something that you can just do.
The Supreme Court rules to overturn Roe versus Wade abortion laws, which marks the first time in U.S. that the court has taken away a constitutional right, and celebs are speaking out after the decision.
Incredibly important.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama took to Twitter with a lengthy message, saying she's heartbroken, especially for future generations. In her letter, Michelle wrote, quote, "This horrifying decision will have devastating consequences, and it must be a wake-up call, especially to the young people who will bear its burden."
I'm just terrified for my girls.
Viola Davis, who played Michelle Obama in the TV drama The First Lady, tweeted she's gutted, adding, "Now more than ever we have to use our voice and power." Then there's Michelle's husband and former President Barack Obama demanding action as well. Barack provided resources to his followers to join activists, protest, and vote in the upcoming November 8th election to make a change, saying the court ruling is attacking the essential freedoms of millions of Americans. Another star in shock, Taylor Swift, reposting Michelle's letter saying she's terrified for our country's future. The singer tweeted, "After so many decades of people fighting for women's rights to their own bodies, today's decision has stripped us of that." The landmark decision removes a law that has been in place for over 50 years, which once banned abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy, and now it's no more.
Worry not, dear girl. These barbaric laws will someday be overturned by something called progress. And then, after about 50 years after the progress, they'll be like, and maybe we should undo the progress.
Saturday Night Live addressed the ruling back in May before it was official, during Benedict Cumberbatch's guest appearance. And the Doctor Strange actor took a stand, shedding light on the issue.
Men, who think we should outlaw abortion forever? Say aye. And who's opposed?
Nay. I'm just playing. I know I can't vote, but you know, more's gonna be yours, you know.
That same month, Whoopi Goldberg passionately spoke out on The View, her words ringing true for many after today's ruling.
We got tired of tripping over women in bathrooms, public bathrooms, who were giving themselves abortions because there was nowhere safe, nowhere clean, nowhere to go. This law came about because people wanted people to have somewhere safe and somewhere clean. It has nothing to do with your religion. This is not a religious issue. This is a human issue.
Elizabeth Banks agrees, tweeting, "This is not the end of this fight for human rights." Padma Lakshmi echoes Whoopi's sentiments, tweeting, quote, "This will only prevent safe, legal abortions from taking place." And Sophia Bush argues this will never end abortion, only safe abortion. Quote, "This is not about life. This is about control."
Women, when they decide something is not right for them, they're going to take it into their own hands.
Seems like Josh Gad sums up the overall feeling for many stars, tweeting, "You don't need 280 characters today, just one word, rage."
Wow. Wow. You don't need all those characters. All you need is one word, and that is rage. Good evening, Badger. How you doing? I don't understand it. I don't for the life of me understand it. How a man could tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body in what's supposed to be the greatest country in the world, where you're supposed to have freedom and the right to make your own decision, to make your own choices. And now all of a sudden, these men, man, and I'm here in Texas. Yeah, Badger, right there in Texas, man. They've passed it there already. They've already passed it in Texas. And so you know what it is, man. And my thing is, the government is the one that's supposed to stand up for you in what's supposed to be a free country. America is supposed to be a free country. Free to do what? Free for you to tell me what I can and I cannot do. What's next? And my whole question in this situation, I told you I wasn't gonna be here with you long. I'm gonna get out of here in just a second or two. I didn't want to be here this long, actually. I just wanted to show you all a couple of videos, show you all a couple of clips as to what's going on. I'm gonna come back maybe later, and we'll talk about this again. I may even do it on the Morning Glow next week. I may do it on the Morning Glow next week, where we talk about this in its entirety. How about that? In its entirety. But right now, man, I'm heartbroken to think that in this great country that is America, this great country, that you feel like you have the right, to tell a person what they can and cannot do with their bodies. If this young lady, regardless of see, instead of being so judgmental, see, we're so very judgmental. Instead of being judgmental about this or about that, all you have to do is just look at the situation and the circumstances. And if she so decides that she wants to have an abortion for whatever reason it is, why don't she have the right to do that? Do I agree with abortions? That it doesn't matter whether I do or I don't. It doesn't matter whether I think it's right or it's wrong. It doesn't matter. It's not my life that we're talking about. It's this young lady's life. And Badger said, "We are not God." Absolutely. Badger, I agree with you 110%. But my thing is this right here, man. If she so decides that that's what's best for her and her body, that she wants to have an abortion, that is not the right time in her life, or maybe she don't have what it takes to be a mother or to give that child what that child needs, you might say, well, let her carry the baby in term and then give it up for an adoption. Okay, now you have the right to tell a lady how she have to carry her body, or what she can do with her body. Now you stepping in that lane, because you're gonna tell her to carry the baby for 9 months. Just carry the baby for 9 months and then put the baby up for adoption. What gives you the right to tell her that? Only thing I need to know, and if anybody feel like they have the right, please give me a call, 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. But don't call in here with thin skin, because I'm going to talk to you. We're going to have a conversation. I'm not going to be thin skinned, so don't you call in here thin skinned, because I don't think that anybody have the right. I certainly don't have the right to tell a woman what she could do with her body. I don't have that right. What makes you think that you do? If you think that you do, 508-924-3521, 924-3521. Phone lines are open. I'm only going to be here for about 5 more minutes, if that long. So if you're going to call, you might want to do it right now. Pick the phone up and call me. Tell me why is it that you think this woman cannot make her own decision, her own choice and her own decision, what she do with her body and her life? Man, what year is this? What year are we living in? I thought this was 2022. Y'all living back in man, I don't know what time some of these folks are living in, man. I don't know what time some of y'all are living in. Well, y'all think y'all got the right to tell somebody what they can and cannot do with their body. Man, this is her body. If she decides that she wants to have an abortion, let her. Let her. You're not going to listen. Badger said the 1800s where men still think women are to obey men. Maybe that's the case. Let me put that on the screen, Badger. Maybe that's the case, Badger. Maybe that's the case. I don't understand it. But to have and it's one thing for a person to have an opinion and how they feel about it, but to have the government, the Supreme Court, to go in there and to vote and to and overturn something that's been in place for like 50 something years, Roe versus Wade, where it gives a woman the right to have an abortion if she wants to have our government. To have our government to say that this woman can't do that. Y'all overstep yourself. Y'all have overstepped yourself. And again, I'm gonna ask the question right before I get out of here. What makes this different from communists? Where they tell a person what they can and cannot do all day long. Don't do this, you can't do that. What makes it different? What makes this different from a communist country? You're telling this young lady, regardless of the situation, regardless of the circumstances, that she cannot have an abortion. And it's going from state to state to state to state. What makes it different? If they ain't doing race issues, it's a male versus female. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Well, I told y'all I wasn't gonna be here before you long, man. I had to come on and have a conversation with y'all, man. I hope y'all don't mind it. And I hope I didn't upset you too bad, but if I did, sorry. But that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel, man. I don't think that a man, woman, child, anybody have a right to tell anybody what to do with their bodies. If the lady is of a certain age, and if she's not, but if she's of a certain age and she decides that this is what's best for her at this particular point, time, and stage in her life, and she wants to have an abortion, you shouldn't have the right to tell her that she can't. You should not have the right to tell her that it's against the law, and if you do, we're going to lock you up, or we're going to charge you this amount of money because of the fact that you decided that you wanted to do something against your body that you wanted to do. Man, bye. Y'all have a great evening, man. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a great evening, man. God bless each and every one of you, man. I'm not even going to do my closing right now. I'm just going to play the exit music, and I'm going to end this broadcast for right now. Don't be surprised if you see me again before the weekend. I might try to get some more people as we all come together. I hope I can get some people that's that favor that bill being passed, because I want to hear their hearts. I want to hear their hearts. I'm gonna get some more people in here, man, that they may not agree with it. They may not agree with it, but my thing is right here, man. Okay, Badger say let me know. Absolutely, Badger. I certainly will. It'll probably be tomorrow evening about this time when we do it. But I definitely let you know ahead of time, so you can prepare yourself and be in position where you can actually be a part of the conversation as well. Because I know how you feel about this, brother. I know how you feel about this. But in the meantime, you all have a great evening. Y'all take care of each other and respect each other and respect each other's rights, desires, and where they are in their life. Like Toussaint always say, sometimes you gotta meet a person where they are. Meet them where they are. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. And I hope each and every one of you, please be blessed. Good evening.